American football. 6 seconds to go. The date is January 13, 2000. The Tennessee Titans and the Saint Louis Rams are playing in Super Bowl, American football's greatest game, with Rams ahead 23 to 16. The Titans are at the Rams' 10-yard line. There are only 6 seconds left in the game. Titans quarterback Steve McNair passed the ball to wide receiver Kevin Dodson, whose outstretched arm comes out just 1 yard short of the end zone. The crowd goes wild as the Rams win their first Super Bowl championship. With exciting game ending like this, it isn't hard to see why the spectacular sport of American football is something to cheer about. America's favorite sport. Americans' football is the most popular sport in the United States. More fans attend football games and watch football games on TV than any other sport. About 70,000 fans attend each National Football League NFL Super Bowl game, the NFL Championship game, the Super Bowl, one of the biggest sports events in the world. Football in other countries. About 70 countries around the world have American football teams. The sport is not as popular as some other sports, but interest in the game is growing. Canada has had its own form of football for more than 100 years. Canadian football is like American football. However, the field size, number of players, and some of the rules are different. Arena Arena football, an indoor version of American football, has been around since 1980s. The fast game takes place on a small playing field. A new sport is born in late 1860s and early 1870s. Students at several North American schools started playing two games from England: soccer, which is called football in parts of the world, was mainly played for the feet; rugby, short for rugby football, was played with hands as well as feet. Yale, of Connecticut, was one of the schools that played rugby. Watercamp, the Yale student from 1876 to 1881, suggested changes the game's rule. Over time, modern American football was born. Playing the game. During the football game, two teams try to move the ball into the the other player's end zone to score points. Each team has two platoons of 11 players each. The offensive line or platoon tries to score, and defensive platoon tries to stop the other teams from scoring. The two platoons take turns playing. When Team A has control of the ball, its offensive unit plays Team B's defensive platoon. When Team B has control the ball, its offensive platoon plays Team A's defensive platoon. A quarterback is the leader of each of offensive platoon to move the ball toward the end zone. Players can run with it or pass, throw it to a teammate. The ball must be carried to the end zone or caught there. If a teammate catches the ball pass is complete. If a player on the other team catches the ball, the pass is intercepted. If no one catches the ball and it falls to the ground, the pass is incomplete. Team can score in several ways. Let's say Team A is playing offense. Let's Team A can score 6 points with touchdown by running or passing up the ball into Team B's end zone. Team A also tries to score extra points right after a touchdown by kicking the ball between goalposts or running or passing the ball to get the zone. Another way for Team A to score is a field goal 3 points to get the field goal. A player kicks the ball between the goal posts. Team B, the defense, can also try to make the ball for Team A and score points. The game begins with a kickoff to the offensive team. The team moves the ball toward the other team's end zone must gain at least 10 yards. The offensive offensive team has 4 hold downs to either gain those 10 yards to cross the goal line and score. As long as the team gains at least 10 yards within those 4 downs, it keeps the ball but earns the chance to gain another 10 yards. So let's say if offensive team can't move ball 10 yards within 4 downs, they, then the other team gets the ball. Teams have many special plays or plan of action for moving the ball down the field. The quarterback tells his or her teammate which place you each time the teams line up. The defensive team has several ways to try to stop the offensive team from scoring. Defensive players try to knock down the ball carrier, which is called tackling. They can also get the carrier to drop the ball, or they can catch the ball uh, for meant for a player on the other team. Football legend: Two of the greatest players in American football history were Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. They played in San Francisco 49ers in the 1980s. Rice was the best wide receiver in football history. Montana was probably the best quarterback ever. Together, they led 49ers to three Super Bowl wins. Many kinds of football. Tackle football is still very popular among players of all ages. However, some forms of the game are just as fun and not as hard on the body as tackle. Playing in touch football, players only need to touch the ball carrier and stop him or her. They may not follow the main rules of tackle football. Flag football is another form of the game. player stops the ball carrier and grabbing the piece of cloth attached to his or her wrist. Whatever form of football fans play or watch, they are sure to have a great time with this amazing sport.